In full force for this one, a fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 120!
54, right 54. We got to get the ball.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 40 now on second down. Wentz, he finds Matthews. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Complete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
Here we go.
It had the feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate, because that was really unexpected.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, baby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Bang, 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 bang.
Gun.
To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Wide. Joker.
Gun.
Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First down, Philadelphia.
Go, go. Blue 80.
Mike 54. Time to go. Night, night.
Throwing is Wentz. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
81, 81. Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
54. I'm coming for you. You mine. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1.
3 down. 3 down.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
14, 82, 14.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And Matthews has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey,
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
I got you. I got you.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Duke Riley providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sunday.
On 2nd and a yard, Wentz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Running with Howard. Howard has the 1st down and then some. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 280. Recon, 132 box.
On 1st down, Howard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. $21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Mike 54. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Ringo 48.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. A toss to Abdullah. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a second and long.
Black.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Buzz.
Check 13. Check the
Throwing, Cousins, going deep for Diggs. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Working out of the gun. Cousins going deep for Dick. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Throwing now is Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's caught by Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Malik Jackson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone? And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jordan Howard with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. He's got Smith here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike. That's what I do.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Fourth down, Cousins. He may try and run for this. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a bit.
And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Matthews, the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Cousins on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. First down, here's Cousins. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Complete. Smith has it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Madison. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Hey, steamer. Gun. Here we go. Bring stop.
Cousins now. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Vikings 15.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54's Mike.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He finds his target. It's Matthews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards. sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Empty.
They run with Howard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Fletcher Cox. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Waiting.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Howard. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. A 2-yard gain on the play. And
so it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shut.